time for TiECon Now. TiECon, held in Silicon Valley, is the world's premier conference on entrepreneurship. We will hear first-hand stories of success and see glimpses of TiECon. Paul, Singh and Gautam Thockchom are here today to give us some insights into this wildly successful event. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So Paul, you're been a volunteer with TiE for years. You're also a board member of TiE, and I think combined together, you both are the chairs for marketing and sales.
Yes.
So what's all the involvement? What was behind all this? I mean, you've been engaged with the TiECon for a long time now.
Yeah, I've been involved with TiE for about 15 years. When I started my first company, I came to the first TiECon at that time, and met the very first VC who ended up giving us a term sheet.
So it's very personal for you.
So that was kind of a real success story from my point of view.
That's for our audience. Explain to them what makes TiECon happen. It's not obviously a company that comes out here and does TiECon for us.
When you see a movie, at the end of the movie, if you sit through, there is that 5 minutes of the names that keep going across, which many of us just don't really understand and spend time on. Mm-hmm. So TiECon is in a way like a movie production, where there are hundreds of people that it takes to build a TiECon. The difference being all of those people are paid for, so even if you don't listen to their name, it doesn't matter, they got paid.
In the case of a movie.
But in case of a TiECon, everyone, including myself, you, Gautam, anyone who has been involved in, we are all volunteers. We don't get paid for it. We just do it because we are passionate about the cause. We do it because we think this adds value. We do it because we think this is our way of giving back.
So basically, what we're basically saying is we all agree we're all TiECon junkies because we've gotten such great stuff out of it, and now we're kind of addicted and we have to keep going back. But that is the reason, obviously, why we do this.
So just so you know, an event like TiECon, it takes about, if you talk to any other event like this, it costs a couple of $1 million to produce an event like TiECon. And being that TiECon is such a volunteer-driven event, it costs us about $500,000 to produce everything. It includes all the audiovisuals, entertainment, and everything else.
But yet the quality is equivalent, if not more, than most conferences out there. So in terms of TiECon this year, what do you really see is, what's really behind TiECon this year? I mean, I'd love to know who else you think is coming to TiECon this year.
So TiECon is actually, as you may have heard, is the world's largest conference for entrepreneurs. So in the entrepreneurial community, it's not just the entrepreneurs, it's the ecosystem that support the entire entrepreneurship community as well. So typically in a TiECon, we have about 3,200 to 3,800 people who show up for this two-day event. And about 25% plus is entrepreneurs just starting out or in the verge of starting out. And then we have about 30 to 40% are engineers, and technicians and architects who are actually thinking about, may not necessarily be starting a company, but they could be an entrepreneur, if you please. And then we have, the people who have the money, the VC community, the law firms, they all show up there. So typically that's what it is. And let's not forget, people come to hire and look for jobs as well in TiECon. And also, not just the private communities, the public community, we have government agencies as well. In the state of Ontario and Canada, Mexico, Singapore, they all come with big pavilions there as well to kind of attract entrepreneurs to their countries as well. This is a great event for you to come there and get a broad perspective of who's in what sector. And it's amazing. Over here you see all the VCs, the CIOs, the lead people in all the industry. It's just amazing amount of information that you can gather in 2 days.
TiE has the Oscars for startups.
So we picked the winners from an expert panel in 5 vertical industry segments. So we pick about 50 winners. And just to give you a feel, we started last year with about 5,000 companies.
Yes.
And then we narrowed it down to 50 of them. And that is what we call the Oscars of TiE.
TiECon is the world's largest conference to foster entrepreneurship. There's no other event of its kind. Come rub shoulders with innovators, industry leaders, and VCs alike. Don't miss this opportunity to open the doors to your future.